All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to walk through setting up an email assistant through Slack, leveraging ChatGPT's assistant and the vector store that carries the information for your organization. So it's pretty simple to do this. We're just going to start with a Slack module. We're going to watch a public channel. If you don't have one set up, you can go in and create one in Slack. So I've actually got mine set up. I've got an email generation channel here, and I've got an email generation completed channel here. Both are public channels. They don't have the little locks. They're not private. So when I come back in, I'm going to put in input methods like from list, public channels, and my email generation channel, limit of 1. I'm going to go through that. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to go back into Slack again. And this time I'm going to actually create or make an API call. And the reason I'm going to do this is because I do want to get the user's name so that I can use it as a information in my email, right? So it's going to be user is going to nope, not that. That's not where I want to use that. I actually need to put in the path for the API call, which is /users.info. So we're going to put this in right here. /users.info. We're going to use get. We're going to add a query item. It's going to be user, and then the value is going to be user. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to run this real quick just so that we can get that information to be able to pass through. Got nothing. That's because I got to go back over here. Email generation, let's go. Right, and email to, let's just use a big company, Apple, telling them are promoting our services. Okay, that's super simple. Let's put a person's name in here, though. Email to Jenny at Apple, promoting our services. Okay, I'll put that in, enter. I'm going to go back over and run it. Okay, so now when we come through here, we should have user, got my name, perfect. So now I'm going to come in here, I'm going to create a ChatGPT module, messaging an assistant. While that's loading, we'll come over and we'll take a look at my assistant. So I've created an assistant for the organization that I'm working with, which is Solve Global. Solve Global specializes in musculoskeletal risks, assessing and managing musculoskeletal risks before they escalate, using a unique blend of technology and personalized care. So I am going to have my email assistant here actually get the information for the organization and then craft emails based on that. So I actually have a vector store. I've got multiple items in my vector store. I've got case studies. I've got presentations, everything I would need to be able to answer and communicate effectively when I'm creating prospecting messages. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to select my assistant. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have a user role. My user role is just going to be the text input that comes in, and from, and I'm going to use, who's it from? It is from user, real name Tim. Okay. We're not passing any images, any image URLs, anything like that. Okay. So now we're going to run and save this real quick. We're going to name this Slack email generation. Save it. Let's run it so we can see what we get. We're going to come back. Oops. Let's go back over to our Slack. Got to put this back in, resend it. Okay. We're going to go back over to our make.com. Now we'll run it. It should come through. And we'll wait while ChatGPT now generates an email for us. And you saw how easy our prompt was. Write an email to Jenny at Apple promoting our services. I didn't give it any detail, really. All right, we've got a response now. Let's pop in here. Let's look at our result. Here's the draft. Okay. Hi, Jenny. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Tim. I'm reaching out about Solve Global. It puts it in markdown language like I've asked it to. That way I can use it in another way. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we can come through here. If we want to take that, we can come in and we can format that however you want. I like markdown just because I like to use that in some of the tools I use for emailing, because a lot of times instead of having it come back in Slack, I'll use it for other ways. But for purpose of this video, let's just put it back into Slack. Let's create a message. Let's go back in. Let's go to select from list. Let's put our public channel is going to be public. It's going to be our generation completed channel. And the text is going to be our result. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go back over to Slack. Let's type it in one more time. Copy, paste, enter. Go back over here, run it again. It's going to come through once we run it again. And then we'll see if the response comes back into Slack. Which, as we can see over here, pops up. It did. Let's take a look. Here's the email to Jenny at Apple. He gave us our markdown language just like we want. Has the name in there dynamically. Shows our sources. Also gives us instructions. So here's the email to Jenny at Apple. Please review, let me know if any adjustments are needed. So, quick, simple, easy. If this is something you think you would need for your business and need help setting this up or want something in more detail, let me know and I will help you out with that. Also, if you have an example of an industry or business that you'd like assistant instructions for, the first person to comment on that industry, business, or company, I will help put together their assistant instructions for them so that they get the output that they're looking for when doing this. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you liked it. See you at the next one.